Howdy Piper the Sailorman here. My God, I'm so big I take the whole screen. I'm outside today. Gonna smoke. I haven't touched my Peterson, extra large. I keep forgetting the name of it. The Kinsdale pipe. Cleansy, I think it's called. It's not a really big bowl, but I do like the bend on it, and it works real well with the peat mouth bit. And, it's nice for a change. I had a Sherlock comb years ago when it first came out in the 90s, and I don't know. I don't think the briar was cured. They rushed to get it out. It was during the Christmas time. I think it was 1995 or 96. And they rushed to get it out, and they had all kind of problems with it. And obviously they got better because it's still selling, right? So, but I decided to smoke, and I've been wanting to buy. See, it sits nice, and I love it. I don't have any problems with it. Hey guys, yes or no? You guys ate? Huh? I fed you guys? Huh? You guys ate? Hey, Joe, what's your problem? What's your problem? That's Susie Q right there. That's Midnight. Bruno went in the back. They got all the space to run around. They eat, and they're rousting about. Bruno, what's up? That's my Bruno right there. Half pit, half, I don't know, Labrador or something. Huh? Bruno, what's going on? You want to do something? Go to the back, not in the driveway. Starts to rain out. So, just behind me. I don't know why my wife put that up there. She put that up that doesn't sit. Doesn't sit on it because I told her, you might just fall. She looks at me seriously. Sometimes I say things that come to pass most of the time. She looks at me. I talked about the COVID, right? I said it was going to happen. That we're going to be under attack. And whatever comes our way, we'll be armed. And the technology is there to manipulate whatever. And pretty much that's what happened. And this is just the beginning. I keep telling my friends, they say, oh, well, you sound like one of them preppers, Migo. See, when I was in the military and I was stationed in Scotia, New York, up in Schenectady, we did the medical attention to, this is when I had shore duty, medical attention to all the sub guys, nuclear power. They had to take their classes up at Glens Falls nuclear power plant. And so we had a small medical installation. They can come, get their physicals, whatever ailments they have. But we constantly tested them for radiation. You would think, right? And we did both medical and dental for them. And so we had a nice relationship, and That's when I decided to buy my property that um, Klugman rented out. I have that story online. You can read about that. So, what I would say, getting back to what I was saying, what happened? Back up in Scotia, I met preppers. This is like 1981, 82, 1882. Prepper was a short station, and I would go to the local gunsmith store, and there'd be a bunch of preppers there and local people. They accepted me because I was in the Navy. I carried myself well, and I was friendly. So they would have seminars on water purification. They had seminars, you know, guns and rations. So the whole theory behind that was the that if a nuclear fallout happened or something drastic happened, that the inner cities and the urban areas wouldn't get food or water. So therefore, there would be roving bands of urbanites coming up to the rural areas to try to feed themselves and cause havoc. Now, I don't know if you watch sci-fi, but in the past 5 years, a lot of the films that have been coming up been touching on the subject. Doomsday, The Last Days, people scrounging for money. I read the book. I seen the book of Eli, the book of Eli, other things like that that talk about the end times, and it's always the same scenario: urbanites not being able to feed themselves, the lack of water, and heading up into the hills. So these preppers way back then, man, they were looked at as being nuts. Oh, that can't happen here in the United States. Well, guess what? 1982 to now, that's almost 30 years ago. What do we got ourselves into? We still don't know. Um, One thing I read is the U.S. Farm Report. They're constantly talking about the erosion of the topsoil. And I'm not a farmer, but I greatly respect farmers and listen closely, especially when I was living in the city. Listen closely to what they say, what you could do. I got involved in Farm Aid, you know, to help a lot of these farmers because I believe it was a conspiracy by the government to take away the farmland and to consolidate and to control the food supply. I still believe that. That being said, you should have the time to, especially water conservation, to learn about it, how to conserve the water, how to distill it, how to purification systems. You can learn that on your own. And you might think you might not need it. Let me tell you something. Don't be dependent on the government. Teach your children that. Because in the next 10 years, I don't think, but it's soon to come where children are going to have to learn how to defend themselves, teach them survival skills, teach them first aid, how to shoot their own gun. Whatever man can imagine can happen. Really, man. You know? I don't want to sound negative, but it's not really negative. You marry, you have to take care of your wife, you have to be able to defend your home, and it's just logic. Have your water supply in case of an emergency. I live on an island. There's nowhere I can go, though I know how to sail a yacht. And if I need be, I'll get me one of them 14 to 20-foot sailboats. Or somebody's gonna lose one, and sail my butt up to the Brazil. Go hang out with the natives. Go hang out with the natives. So see, I got a contingency plan. Well, why can I do that? Because here you have in the summertime, you have the African trade winds that come through, going from east to west, and then it turns around and it goes from west to east. So if you know how to navigate, you can get really close to Central to South America in a jiffy. The waters are smooth in the Caribbean Sea, so I can take the Caribbean Sea, head on to close to Venezuela, Colombia, and hide out in the jungle. I would be there or in the desert region because of my DNA makeup. I think that I could survive Mojave Desert. A lot of the veterans, I lived there 8 years. 8 months. 8 years, my God. I don't think I could do 8 years. And right now they're into water preservation. And a lot of those cats do not want to know about the federal government. And they have each one that I've spoken to, and there's about a dozen. Yeah, a lot of POW, a lot of Vietnam vets. They just don't want to deal with present society. They go out there, they take their pensions, they take whatever and they live out there. There's a great VA hospital out there in Palmsdale. They can get to or Lancaster. From Mojave City to Lancaster's 20 miles. And so that region, I understand. I can go out there. I still have friends there. And if you know the desert regions and you know Antelope Valley close by, you can survive it. As long as you have water and vegetation. Or I'd be up in Yosemite Park. You know, some people that live there, Native Americans. I really love that. I think that's a great place to think about if you had to live off the land. Why I wouldn't go to Alaska? Because everybody be heading to Alaska. Or the next stop for me would be, if it wasn't be the desert region, the Adirondacks or up the Columbia River. Indian reservations, they're entity in their own. You know, but people in the cities around the world will have a real tough time if they don't know anything about agriculture. So you gotta learn how to swim, shoot a gun, water purification, how to farm, how to build shelter, a little carpentry, a little plumbing, a little engineering 101. So I thank the military for made me into a rugged person, you know. I'm not rugged right now, but you can easily switch your mode of thinking once you've been in the military, you know. I have medical skills. My wife's and both nurses. I think any community will want us, don't you think? I was driving up to the to Yosemite, and just before you go up to Sonata, there's a couple of towns at different latitudes. There was one town went in there, and there were three elderly white ladies that were there. So I come in, I'm wearing veteran gear, and I always do that when I travel. State troopers stop me or whatever. I'm a stranger. Oh, before that, one thing I did that was real odd to them. When I went to Lancaster, when I got there, I went straight to, we call it precincts. They call them sheriffs or whatever. Walked right in. I said, hi, my name is Miguel. I'm a retired veteran. This is my social security number. This is who I am. And the guys is just standing, the state troopers, everybody's standing looking. No, nobody with my complexion has ever gone in and checked themselves in. So, word to the wise, fellas. Listen up. So I went in there. I'm a veteran. This is my social security number. Can you do a background check on me? Looking at me like, what? I want you to do a background check on me. I said, boom, boom, pull it up. And I saw myself on the screen. I said, wow, man. FBI, clean. He says, I'm clean. I said, the reason I want that is I'm going to be buying a firearm. He goes, what kind of firearm are you going to get? Well, I prefer a 12 gauge Remington. He got looked at me. You ever shot that before? Yeah, I qualified when I was with the Marine Corps. Oh, you was with the Marine? Yeah, where were you? Camp Pendleton. I was with 5th Marines. You were the medic, second Med Battalion. They're like, oh, so welcome. I would go anywhere around town. They would put the other officers on notice. Patrols. There's like, if you see a guy wear gear, he's not. He came in and told us that he checked himself in, and I was a talk for about a week at the station. No shit, he walked in, and a lot of the cops would stop me in the mall, coming out the mall in the parking lot. Excuse me, are you Santiago? I go, yes sir. How can I help you? He goes, I just want to shake your hand. That was really, really something that you would check yourself in. I said, well, it diffuses a lot of situations. Wouldn't you want to know, if you're living in a small town, who the heck is that came into town? I would. So, that's how I got out there to Mojave Desert. Got to know the people, went to a couple of powwows, got to know the Indian reservations. Went to work for a rancher. Gave me his Jeep. All I had to do was go around and the barbed wires, hook him up, fix him up. Paid me really nice. I lived in a trailer for a while. And I went to see my friends that were living out there. So even when I went on vacation, I found work. And 2 days a week, the rest of the days, hung out, traveled. And I met a gentleman who was Japanese, who went out there. He had a store. And I looked at the store in a mall in Lancaster. I said, what the heck is this Japanese guy's doing out here? You know, I didn't know they had a community of Vietnamese and Oriental people that lived out there in the middle of the desert. I had no idea. So I went there, walked in. We had this huge machine. And when I saw people were lined out outside, and I said, what do you do? He says, I purify the water. He had a water purification system. He had it as a job. The people in the desert would come in there and get their water. Tons of water, gallons of water. He was making a living selling water. And I saw that that's the future. You know? I still know him. I still keep in touch with him. I learned a lot about water sterilization, purification, and storage from him. So, but, you know, for about prepping, oh, this tobacco is really good. It's a local tobacco. It's some Cavendish. It's very humid, so I don't need much humidity here. But I Cavendish, very Virginia, and very mild, very smooth. With the Peterson, you have to be very careful how you pack the bowls. That's the only thing. Once you learn how to pack the bowls, they work real well. They sit there. I'm gonna hold that much. I can talk while I'm. So So, prep. Doesn't hurt to prep. Doesn't hurt to be ready, especially when we don't know what the heck is going to go on next. And stock up on tobacco and pipe. I'm stocking up on tobacco. You don't know what could happen. So, Sailor the Piperman, Piper the Sailorman. I hope you enjoy. And thank you, all you guys that have subscribed. I appreciate it. I don't know what to do with it. If I had 1 million subscribers, what does that mean? I have no idea. I'm just here participating with you guys. I used to say in the military days, shoot the shit. Love you guys. Enjoy.